Alright, yo, what's up? You probably clicked on this video because you want to know how I made way too much gold in less than a week. And the super duper short answer is I was in the right place at the right time. The right place was right here where my character is standing. If you know what this is, then you might have an idea of what we're going to get at here with this little story time. And the right time was the release of the Aberrus patch, the second major content patch of Dragonflight. So this chest that we're looking at here is in the Zaralek Cavern over in the little fiery area over here. And in order to open it, you need to have a particular item equipped. And it just so happens that that particular item is just the super kind of weird esoteric item from back in the day. And I'm realizing now I actually don't have permission to my guild bank, so we're actually maybe gonna have to craft one of these ourselves. Basically, it's called the Onyxia scale cloak, and it's a cloak that was needed in vanilla World of Warcraft for killing dragons, essentially. And yeah, for whatever reason, Blizzard decided that there would be this thematic tie-in between having to equip this cloak for protection from Shadow Flame, which is literally what that cloak was for back in the day, and opening this blazing Shadow Flame chest. Yeah, so we're gonna this is the character that I effectively cornered the market with, because the cloak required a scale of Onyxia, which is an item you can only get by skinning Onyxia, which is a raid boss, which obviously has a certain lockout. And the crazy thing about this is, on release of this patch, nobody realized that this was required. And I'm going to pull up some screenshots here, and maybe we can get an idea of what I bought these things at. So, effectively, the scale of Onyxia, this crafting reagent, was required to create the Onyxia scale cloak, and it was selling for, I don't know, pennies on the dollar when I bought them. I'm sure we can actually go in and look at my TSM data. So let's look at scale of Onyxia. There you go. If we not see any data, okay, well, we can look at the tooltip. So purchased 4,192 for an average of 24 gold. There were a couple up there listed for 5K, but majority of them were like, a couple gold. I literally just bought them all. Okay. And if you know anything about economics, like literal basic economics, supply and demand dictates that if there's a limited supply of something and you control the entire supply of that thing, you get to dictate the price of that thing. So that's what happened. Yeah. Basically, I owned, for a brief period of time, I owned literally every single scale of Onyxia available on the market. And quickly, I had to go actually kill the dragon to get the recipe to do it on this character. It's very convenient. This character was both a tailor and a leatherworker. You need tailoring to make the base cloak, and then use that cloak to craft the Onyxia cloak. Which, actually, if we can just maybe go take a look at this real quick. So Onyxia cloak, and yeah, so there you go. You need a cinder cloth cloak to create this. I even still have like 780 of my scales. Resold some of the scales, resold some as cloaks. Just because, it was making money hand over fist. Cinder cloth cloak. Yeah, so I can even still make these. So let's actually just go and do it. I did this a lot. You make the cinder cloth cloak. You make the Onyxia scale cloak. And then there you have it. You have an Onyxia scale cloak, which literally says equip protects the wearer from being fully engulfed by Shadow Flame. Actually, so you literally do have to equip this item. Put it on, click on this chest, and boom. You get a toy, and actually at the time, and the reason there was so much of a demand for this item was there were crests in this box. And this patch, if you remember anything or know anything about World of Warcraft history, was the first time they introduced the upgrade paths and the crest system. So even before the raid was out, like the week before, people were just absolutely fiending for any possible crests at all. This was like the second tier level crest, and getting this chest was a way to increase your player power. So in a way, it was tying gold to player power. It's crazy. Anyway, so I'm literally just like flying around. It's patch day, patch night. I'm gonna check out the new zone, and I have a friend pop into Discord and it's like, "Hey, you heard about this treasure that requires you to have an Onyxia cloak?" And I'm like, "Really? That's weird." So sure enough, I look into it. Yeah, all the stuff that I said earlier about needing the Onyxia cloak is true. And I'm like, okay, well, I've been playing this game for way too long and I know way too much about it, so I know that this is a limited resource item. I'm gonna just check the auction house and see like what the deal is. And sure enough, all those scales were available for way too cheap. So I literally just bought them all, and then yeah, the rest is history. We made way too much gold. If we look at Onyxia, oh, I see. That's why. That's inventory Onyxia. We're gonna have to set this filter back a little bit since this was multiple years ago. Onyxia scale cloak. As you can see, sales 10.9 million. Sale on Onyxia. Filter back to all time. Yeah, literally made 5 million gold flipping these scales. I don't know if there's a way, can't put it up here in the thing, but if we go look at the actual scales themselves, yeah, literally sold just straight 2K of the scales themselves. Ridiculous amount of money. Yeah, as you can see, this is 725 days ago. Yeah, so that's basically how we did it. And you know, all this money came rolling in. We had a couple unfortunate souls buy them for 100K. I kind of listed these as a joke, thinking that no one would actually buy them. Sure enough, I did actually refund these people their gold because I felt really bad. Like the 100K is just way too much for this. But you know, as you can see, there's a lot of people who bought these for 50K. And even more for less and less and less. As you can see, it tails off there. It kind of stabilized around 5K, which was great. Which actually brings me into probably my favorite part of this whole ordeal. So at one point, I decided to actually come over to this literal location on one of my characters and start just advertising in general, and slash say, because there were people coming around here trying to open this thing and they didn't have a cloak. And I was like, hey, I'll sell you one for 10K. And the funniest thing happened. I didn't expect this at all, but some other, what's a nice way to put it? People who were attempting to look out for the best interests of others, I guess we'll say, started informing everyone in the general chat that I was absolutely scalping these people out of gold because they're available for 5K in the auction house, and I'm selling them for 10K. And they even went so far as to literally just stay here on their auction house mount, telling people, hey, you can just buy it cheaper here. I'll even drop a mailbox for you. Meanwhile, so they're thinking they're sticking it to me because I'm like some guy who swooped in here and is trying to exploit the people. And little did they know, like literally every cloak that was being purchased through their auction house that they were providing to people was one that I had put up there on my own, on a different character, of course. So I like endlessly entertaining there. Yeah, and it as funny as it all is, and as hilarious as it is to look back on all this, like it's a good metaphor for like real life. Like I never really truly understood this, but like when you control all of the resources for something, you truly just have all the power. Like in this little, you know, glimpse of it into a video game economy just kind of gave me a greater appreciation for just, I don't know, people who controls things in the economy at large. Like, okay, I understand this a little bit better now, and make of that what you will, I guess, but I've had my own little experience with it in this video game now. So let's, I guess, just to wrap this thing up a little bit, let's just go through some of these screenshots. So here's a picture of the cloak itself. Very good. There's some sales, big old incomings, 50Ks. There's a 1.8 million gold mailbox. Yep, gotta love that. 90K. This is... we still got some scales in here. This must have been from a little bit later on. Just selling some other random stuff. Yep, still some cloak sales coming in. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's a screenshot of me trying to scalp people and them getting very angry. How much? 20K. My man, they're 5K on the auction house. Fucking scammer. Then go buy it from the auction house. Smiley face. So good. Too much if the price still can't be told in chat. Hey kid, you need a cloak? Free Skrelly is my character here. That's a if you know, you know. Treasure needed for blah blah blah. Selling 20k at the chest. Feel free to go all the way back to the auction house though. And then yeah, people are all just like informing people about the prices. All prices that I set, by the way. Like this is all just me manipulating the market at that point, which is ridiculous. Need a cloak, 6k reported. So good. There's another million gold mailbox at gold limit. I of course had to trade all the gold over to one character at some point just to get the gold cap. It's the only time I ever had a gold cap. Well, probably the only time I ever will. I'm still, you can see in the back here, I've still got 4 million gold. That's all just like held over from profits from here. All right, here's another little chat interaction. Want to sell Onyxia scale cloak 10k, needed to open burning shadow flame chest. I'm at the chest for your convenience, smiley face, with a pinned map location at all the same. Isn't it like 5k in the auction house? Yeah, 5k in the auction house. Me again. Sure is. Other people. Then who would want to buy it for you for 10k? Another druid. Some idiot that hasn't seen the auction house price and thinks they're getting a good deal. Me again. Someone who doesn't want to waste time going to the auction house. Leave it to the clergy to scam you. Okay, just because I'm a priest, that's funny. LMAO, 5k to not go to the auction house? That's a steep ask, lol. Let the man make his, like, you know, look, shout out Hank Aaron. I thought his name was Harkonnen for a second. That would have been pretty good. Dude's name is literally Free Skrelly. No surprises there. I don't know. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so here we go. This is just another screenshot of the item. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah. This is me taking a screenshot of another character. This is not my character. Somebody I sold the cloak to. Literally equipped it. It's got my character's name on it. I was just like, they actually put it on. Or I think actually this one was somebody who, like, didn't buy it from me, but I noticed had a cloak of mine anyway. So just to prove the point that I already knew, of course. Yeah, then just some sale data. 1.7 mil, 3 million total sales on cloaks. 1.7, 3 million. 2.1 million, 3 million, 3 million, 3.5 million, 3.5 million, 3.5 millions. Some of these are repeats, I'm sure. 4.1 million. I think this is just totaling up over time. Yeah, quite a bit. Oh, then rune cloth, because you needed that to buy some stuff. I think these are just what I purchased to actually make the cinder cloth cloak. Scale cloak. So yeah, there's everything all. This is the total input that I required to make. I think the total amount I actually made was around 14 million gold, all said and done. 100k in scales. Yeah. 100k, and then just, 10k in rune cloth, 2k in rune thread, 5k in essence of fire, 500 gold to buy the pattern. Then some people were undercutting on the cloaks, so I had to buy them out, of course. Yep, and then there's 8.6 million over. This is just like a couple days worth. You can even see the gold graph there going up. Ooh, okay, good. More loot from general chat. Auction house sells that for 5k. Don't pay double. Convenience fee, lol. Back to me. The auction house isn't next to the chest, smiley face. Hunting arrow, our anti-hero here. Map pin location. I'll use my auction house mount and y'all can give me that extra 5k for convenience. I'll be right there. We get a dude, you're rich and play 12 hours a day. Funny, I did not have to play 25 hours a day to do this. Heck W. I mean, I quit WoW because I'm going to be a father soon, so I barely come back for 10.1. Congrats. Wow. Yeah, congrats on that guy for being a father. Recently became a father myself. I mean, you want to lose another 50k? Truth be told, surprised you're not suspended for advertising. I don't know where that guy got that idea. He's literally talking insane to me next to me. It's like, all right, literally just trying to sell things, buddy. I don't know. Oh yeah, and then I got the automated Blizzard communication system. Love that. This is just because I was trying to sell some stuff. Oh man. More screenshots. Okay, looks like that's probably about it. Yeah, there's a bunch of other random stuff. Okay, there's 10 million gold. Oh my gosh. Yep. All right. Oh, here's another one. Here's another loot from general chat. WT sell Onyxia scale cloak 10k, map pin location 10k for a toy that you can't use on other tunes to open the same chest. Man knows supply and demand. See, Cur Chicken gets it. LOL, it's 4k on the auction house. Pointing up. Got it yesterday. Don't underestimate people's laziness. Little did they all know, all those ones on the auction house were me as well. Some random dragonfly loot. We don't need to get that. Oh, hey, look, there's my drone. All right, that's probably about it. Let me just do a quick little peruse through here, see if there's anything else interesting. All these already. Yeah, no, there's a bunch of random junk. Yeah, cool. So I think that covers all of the interesting bits. Oh, I guess the last little bits. I did definitely compensated my friend who gave me a tip off to this guy, this interesting little thing. Oh, hey, look at this. Need a cloak? Oh, he flew away. I think that was actually an Alliance character anyway. That would have been pretty great if I was literally filming this and was able to make one more sale. Because I'm pretty sure... Actually, let's actually take a look, because I'm pretty sure I have these favorited still. Onyxia. Yeah, as you can see, the prices are a little bit lower these days. But anyway, I was getting sidetracked. The last thing I did want to talk about, I did give my friend who gave me the tip off to this a pretty sizable chunk of the gold that I made. Well, I gave him some of the gold. And also wanted to help out all my friends and set them little care packages of some gold so they can play the game. So at the end of the day, we're all just trying to play the game and have fun. Let's use this toy. Is it Blazing Cinder? Just so I can show you what all this 10k gold stuff is worth. Blazing Shadow. There you go. Turns you into a little Shadow Flame character. Actually kind of a sick toy, TBH. But is it worth 100k? Who knows? Anyway, hopefully if you made it this far in the video, you enjoyed the little story time. I did kind of just want to get this recorded. I've been meaning to record something like this for a long time. Obviously, this happened a couple years ago. And I just want to make sure I have a record of the little story time, because it was quite a whirlwind of a week for me. And I will always look back on it fondly. And will always love to tell the story about how I made way too much gold in a week to anyone who will listen. So anyway, that's it. Take care. Probably won't post more videos on this channel for a while, if ever. So, yeah, see ya, I guess. Bye.